Hi, hello. I am Renuga Devi. I am working as an assistant professor in Dr. S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. I belong to Business Administration Department. So, in this video, we are going to see about the equilibrium in the economy. Okay. So, under this equilibrium, we are having two important categories. That is first one is a full employment equilibrium, and second one under unemployment equilibrium. Okay. So the full employment equilibrium is nothing but where all sources in the economy are fully utilized. So when we are going to utilize the resources, okay, it should be employed in a full manner. That's all resources. Okay, what are the resources we are going to collecting it? That all resources we have to utilize in the proper way. Okay. Next, second concept under unemployment equilibrium. So it is a state of equilibrium where level of demand is less than full employment based upon the level of output. Okay. Next concept, deficient demand. Okay. So under this demand, it will be making the aggregate demand falls the short of aggregate supply at the full employment, and also the demands is said to be a deficient demand. Then excess demand. So it is called it as over the aggregate supply at the level of full employment. It is making us a way of we have to clearly define about the demand results to the inflationary gap between the two important factors, that is a deficient and the excess demand. So before we have to consider this axis will be aggregate the demand over the level of demand which should be required to maintain the full employment in the economy. So what are the causes of aggregate demand? Okay, so when we are discussing this causes, we have to analyze about the consumption expenditure. Okay, the main causes the rise in the consumption and also the investment expenditure, government expenditure, and next main causes is to rise in the export and fall in the export or import activities will be considered under the aggregate demand causes. So what are the measures to we are controlling the excess or the deficient demand? So based upon the demand of the product, we have to take the measures. Okay, first of all, we are taking the fiscal measures and also the revenue policy, expenditure policy, deficiting financing, and also next step we have to take the monetary measures. So under the either the controlling deficient or the excess demand, we have to take the two important measures. Okay, first one is the fiscal measures and second one is monetary measures. Okay, so monetary measures is depending upon the quantity of money and the rate of the interest. Okay, these measures can be grouped further into two important categories, that is a quantitative measures and the qualitative. Okay, students, to be clear, the monetary measures is fully depending upon the quality of the money and the rate of interest. Okay, so these are the main two important consideration when we are calculating or the controlling the either the deficient demand or the excess demand of the product. Okay, so now let's discuss about the quantitative some factors. Okay, so the quantitative measurement when we are taking in the suppose for example we are taking bank rate, open market operation, changes in the some way of legal reserve, and also the ratio, say for example CRR. Okay, so next one we have to make the repo rate. Okay, then when we are talking about the qualitative instruments is nothing but the margin requirements, moral cession, and the credit rationing. So these are the main important factors when we are going to discuss under the measures, when we are going to calculate the measures to correct the either the deficient or the excess demand. Okay, and also the involuntary unemployment will be making the situation how they are going to make the some people are willing and able to work under the prevailing wages rate, do not get the job, any job or the work under the particular activities. Okay, and the voluntary unemployment, suppose if you are all the persons are able to work but are not willing to work, although suitable work is not available for them. So based upon their availability and the situation, we have to make the voluntary employment. Okay, the full employment, suppose it's a situation in which all the people who are willing to work and able to work at the prevailing wages rate have they are got work to do in the reasonable activities. Okay, so suppose if you are taking the decrease in the investment activity, suppose they have to make the increase in the investment based upon their income and the demand.